Okay, class. So over the last 2 days, we've done a lot of talking about careers. And we remember a couple of days ago, we talked about what are skills and what are personality traits, and how do our skills and our personality traits fit certain job types. And we went in, we looked at the 16 career clusters, and we tried to pick a few jobs that maybe would be a good fit for us. And then just the other day, or actually this morning, I should say, we looked at real job sites. We found a resume of John Smith and we matched it to a job. And I want to talk about that a little bit today. So the overall objective of our lesson today is to talk about how we analyzed a real job listing online, how we compared that job to a resume, and it was John Smith's resume, but eventually we're going to do that with our own resume when we're looking for a job, and how we can create a career plan so that we can be better qualified to fit a job that we want someday. Now, some people in the class may have special language skills. They may not speak English very well. And so there's some job sites that we could go to for them that they could find Spanish speaking jobs, or if they're from a special population, or if they have a special need, there are job websites for people with special needs. One of the job sites for special needs or special populations is called abilityjobs.com. And there's a number of Spanish speaking job websites. One was on indeed.com. It's indeed.com/Spanish speaking jobs. So I just thought I'd mention that in case, and we can get down into the details of that. Let's have some discussion. I'd like to hear from each of you individually. When you're ready to get a job, right? So the exercise that we had about looking things up, when you are ready to get a job, how do you know what skills the employer wants you to have? The person that's going to hire you, how do you know what he wants? Kathy, how do you know?
It might be in the listing.
In the job listing, right. And so was that easy to figure out what they wanted, or was it difficult?
Well, I think you had to think a bit about what skills they wanted versus what experience they wanted. It's a different.
Right. So if I use the terms job requirements, what does that mean to you, job requirements?
They're looking for a specific education or a specific prior job, something more specific, like it said 4 or more years in the example.
They're trying to help you understand what's required to do that job well, right? So very good, Kathy, that's exactly right. Now, Jessica, let's say you wanted to hire somebody. Let's say now you're the employer and you wanted to hire someone to do a job for you or to do a project for you. How would you try to find the most qualified person?
Well, can you search on these job boards for candidates and put in criteria that you're looking for? Like in the example we have here with that we were looking for a communications coordinator. So maybe we could search by that on the job.
Very good. That's a very intelligent answer, because we've been searching for job listings, but people that are looking for jobs can post their resume on the job site, and then the employers can look for the people there. We didn't actually do that exercise, but that's a good exercise that we could have done. Very good. So Vince, let me ask you a question. If I were to say classified ad or want ad, what does that mean to you?
It would indicate that there's something in the newspaper that might be attractive to me in terms of getting a job. And usually when you look at those things in the newspaper, they have them categorized alphabetically. So if I was looking for a job as a proposal manager, I would go to the P's, obviously, and then look for a proposal manager.
Right.
And that would be in the column form in the paper.
So before there was websites and internet and computers, people listed the jobs in newspapers, and they called them classified ads, or they called them want ads.
Right.
Now online, where do you go to find things like that?
Well, since I'm not very smart in the computer world, I would start out in Google. And I
Google.
would write down the specific job that I'm thinking about and see what it generated.
Very good. And remember, we went to Google and we Googled job search websites, and we found websites that specifically were for finding job listings. And they were like classified ads in the newspaper, but they were websites that were specifically for job listings. Very good, Vince.
Yeah, they in the in the Google search, it's very friendly, and it coaches you to go to the sites that you're talking about.
That's right. Very good. See, so you're much smarter with the computer than you let on to be. Now, Cassidy, I have a question for you. What are some names of job sites that are specifically for searching for jobs? Can you remember any job sites that were job?
Well, the one we used was Indeed, right?
Right.
And then I think I saw there's like a Glassdoor. Was that one?
Yes. Very good.
And I think Monster.
Yes, Monster's one. That's right.
I don't remember any other ones.
There's a lot of them. And so in the next lesson, we're going to talk about why maybe it's a good idea to use more than one, because it's good to use at least one, but sometimes it's good to use more than one to see what other jobs are out there. So now here's
Are all the jobs on the same site?
no,
Like it,
no, because just like a classified ad, like Vince was saying, if I wanted to run an ad, let's say I was Jessica and I was looking to employ someone, I have to pay the website or I have to pay the newspaper to run my ad. So depending on the employer, I may pick a different website or I may pick a different newspaper, but they want money to run my ad. So I'm not going to spend money on every website. So different websites have different jobs.
Is there a hierarchy of search sites like LinkedIn and that kind of stuff?
Well, yes. We're not going to get in too much to that question right now because certain job sites are better for certain types of jobs. But that's a really good question. Like, for example, Dice and Dice is one of the websites, and Monster is really better for IT jobs. And there's other jobs that are better for different types of things. So that's a great question, but we're not going to get into that level of detail right now. Okay, well, very good class. I'm going to finish the lesson right now, and we'll continue again later today. Thank you. Good job, everybody.